Here's your disclaimer. Lupus Out Loud will be explicit, raw, and it's going to touch topics that many people don't want to talk about and don't want to hear. If you're for it, let's go. If you're not, this is your time to leave. I'll give you a couple of seconds. I'm so glad you're still here. Let's get into it. Hey, beautiful butterflies. Welcome back to LOL with Racquel Lupus Out Loud. I'm your host, Racquel, and today we're diving into something real, something raw, and something I know we've all experienced. And that's the way we talk to ourselves while we live with this unpredictable disease. So picture this. It's morning, your alarm goes off, and before your feet even hit the floor, this is the conversation in your head. I can barely move, of course. Here we go again. I am so tired of being tired. Everyone else is already up, probably at the gym, being productive, and I can't even get out of bed without feeling like I got hit by a truck. Why did I even make plans for today? I should have known better. I always do this. I think I'm going to feel better, and then I don't. I'm so unreliable. My friends probably think I'm making excuses again. They don't get it. Nobody gets it. I used to be able to do so much more. Look at me now. I'm a shell of who I used to be. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough. Maybe if I just push through a little bit more. I'm a burden to my family, to my friends, to everyone. I'll never get better. This is just my life now. Broken, limited, and less than. Phew. Heavy, right? But if you've been nodding along, if any of that sounded familiar, I want you to know you're not alone. That voice, it's not the truth. It's trauma. It's internalized ableism. It's every dismissive doctor, every frustrated family member, every "but you don't look sick" comment we've ever received, all living rent free in our heads. And today, we're starting the eviction process. So here's the thing. I'm not about to sit here and tell you to just think positive or choose joy or any of that stuff that can be perceived as toxic positivity. Because sometimes, you know what? Lupus just sucks. Sometimes it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be frustrated or angry. All those feelings are valid. But there's a difference between acknowledging hard emotions and letting negative self-talk become our internal soundtrack. So, where does this negativity come from? Let's break it down. First, it comes from other people's voices. Think about it. How many times has someone said to you, "You're too young to be that sick"? Or, "Are you sure it's not just stress?" Or, "My cousin had lupus and she's fine. Maybe you're just not trying hard enough." Those comments don't just bounce off of us, they seep in. They become the foundation of our negative self talk. Second, it becomes something that comes from grief. We're grieving who we were before lupus, what we could do before, the future we imagined. That grief is real. And when we don't process it, it turns into self blame. Third, it comes from a world that wasn't built for chronic illness, that hustle culture. We live in a productivity obsessed culture that measures worth by output. When we can't keep up, we internalize that as personal failure instead of recognizing that the system is broken, not us. So, how do we fight this without slapping a smiley face sticker on our real pain? Let's get practical. I want to give you some real tools that have helped me and have helped other lupus warriors that I know. Number one, name it to tame it. When you catch yourself in negative self talk, pause and ask, is this my voice or is this something someone else said to me that I internalize? Sometimes just recognizing that the voice isn't originally yours takes away its power. Two, the and practice. Instead of replacing negative thoughts with fake positivity, add and to acknowledge both realities because they both can coexist with each other. Instead of I'm useless, I'm struggling today, try I'm struggling today and I'm doing the best I can with what I have right now. Instead of I'm so weak, my body is fighting a literal war, try my body is fighting a literal war and that takes incredible strength. Number 3, evidence based reality checks. When your brain says I can't do anything, challenge it with evidence. Okay, but yesterday I made that phone call. Last week I cooked dinner. This morning I took my meds. You don't have to accomplish big things. Just interrupt the lie with small truths. Number 4, creating a boundary bank. Write down responses to the negative messages you received from others. When someone says, you don't look sick, you have your response already ready. Lupus is an invisible disease, and my experience is valid, whether you can see it or not. You don't always have to say it out loud, but having it in your back pocket protects your internal dialogue. Number 5, the friend test. Would you say these things to your best friend who has lupus? No. Then why are you saying them to yourself? Talk to yourself like you talk to someone you love who's going through something hard. Number 6, reframe rest as resistance. In a world that profits from your productivity, rest is revolutionary. You're not lazy for resting. You're literally keeping yourself alive. That's not weakness. It is something that is inherently strong for you to do every single day. And number 7, find your people. Connect with other lupus warriors who get it. When you're surrounded by people who understand, you start to realize that the problem really isn't you. It's the narrative you've been fed. Community corrects distorted thinking. All right, warriors, let's end where we should begin, with truth, with compassion, with the kind of self talk that honors your reality while respecting that resilience that you show every single day. Here's what that can sound like. Good morning, body. I know you're hurting today. Thank you for still being here, for still fighting. Today might be a low energy day, and that's okay. I'll do what I can, and that will be enough. I am not broken. I have a chronic illness, and I'm navigating it the best way I know how. My worth is not measured by my productivity. I am valuable simply because I exist. I release the voices that aren't mine. I release the judgments that don't serve me. I choose to speak to myself with kindness, with the kindness that I deserve. My pace is different, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not in competition with who I used to be or with anyone else. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to say no. I am allowed to protect my peace. I am strong, not despite my limitations, but because I live fully within them. Some days I'll thrive, some days I'll just survive, and both are perfect victories. I am more than this disease. I am creative, I am loved, I am worthy, I am here. I trust myself to know what I need. I trust my body's signals. I trust my journey. Today, I choose compassion over criticism. Today, I choose truth over fear. Today, I choose me. Look, that's the energy we're bringing forward. Not fake, not forced, just honest, compassionate, and real. You're not failing at having lupus. You're surviving it. You're living with it. You're thriving through it. And that takes a kind of courage most people will never have to access. So the next time that negative voice starts up, remember, You have the power to change the channel. You deserve to be your own best advocate, your own kindest friend, your own loudest cheerleader. So until next time, keep living out loud, speaking about lupus out loud, and keep fighting your fight. Keep talking to yourself like the warrior, the thriver, the human being, the beautiful person that you are. This is Racquel, reminding you that you're not alone, you're not too much, and you're definitely not broken. Peace, love, and gentle days to you all. LOL with Racquel Lupus Out Loud is a podcast for lupus warriors by a lupus warrior. For more resources, support, and community, visit us online at www.lupusincolor.com. Remember, you are seen, you are heard, you are understood, and you are enough.